Hello everyone, welcome back to That Catholic AP2 Plays. This is the police. I apologize for the abrupt nature of the last episode. I had to go. But here we are now, and we're going to see bikers donate blood at Central Hospital, massive day-long power outage in City Center, an elementary school student stuck on Ferris wheel. Oh, that stinks. We're going to take a look, and women's trash and the man's treasure. We're sitting pretty with everybody. Let's take a look. I'm too tired. I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? Yes. Too tired. I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? Yes. You old guys. There's a new movie opening today starring my favorite actor. Can you let me off so I can go? Sure. I forgot to feed my fish back at the house. Can I have the entire day off for that? No. My dog died yesterday and I'm just horribly depressed. Can I go home? No. Not all of you can take the day off. So let's go ahead and start the day. We'll try and reshuffle that later. Go to the map. And here we go, starting another day. Police Academy. Dan Chestnut was able to pass all of their exams. They've earned a boost. Cool. I don't remember doing that, but okay. Tyler Robbins was able to pass all the exams. They've earned a boost. Okay, I guess they were enrolled or something. We can upgrade SWAT. Yeah, increase efficiency by 100. 10% more. One more detective. We'll come back to that. Can hire one more police officer. All right. So, oof, and we got quite a few people going on here too. Let's have a look and see what is happening. So we've got police officers. Shift A needs to be staffed out a little bit more. So we will go ahead and add Grizzly McNally because he looks like he stepped out of a 70s flick. Let's see here. Yeah, let's do that. Hire for, I keep forgetting which shift. Shift A. Shift A, right? It's Shift A? Good. Okay. A little tired. Hire for Shift A. And then Freddie Williams, Lemon Skinner, and Bertha Billups. Really not much difference between them, at least in terms of professionalism. We'll hire one for Shift A. This dude looks like he could become a decent detective. Let's go ahead and do that. So here we are with today, moving along, and let's see. Absolutely nothing going on. Let's go to investigations. I'm gonna go to the details, and let's see. Okay, so we were stumped on that one. That's right. What about detectives? Is anyone on here? Weaver is on. Let's add Skinner. So we just brought him on. Let's go to let's see. Details for this homicide. Go ahead, and who is this? Let's see. Okay, so this was a homicide. His right hand has been severed. There's bruises behind the knees, 3 bullet holes in his chest, and a lot of blood around the body. Alright, so someone did hack off his... So this dude was just gunned down. Mindy Reyes, the waitress. I didn't recognize him at first, but it's my neighbor, Edgar Sanchez. I often met him with a tough, dangerous-looking woman. They're always fighting loudly. I remember she was ugly with a tattoo of an AK-47 on her neck. Alright, let's see here. Interesting. Okay. Let's see, Prince Jones, homeless. I woke up to heart-rending screams. When I got out of my box, everything was quiet. I only saw a man from behind. He had a gun in his belt. And he got into one of those expensive cars. He looked like a man, but he had long hair. So who knows about his you-know-what? There are lots of those, yes, etc. Okay, moving on. J. Lord Scalar. The other day, I saw Edgar Sanchez arguing in the street with some weird guy in a hood with a cane. The guy poked Edgar in the stomach a couple of times with his cane, and I thought it was about calling the cops. They just shook hands and went their separate ways. Sanchez always paid his rent on time and in cash, though I don't think he had a job. I think he was into drugs and maybe something else illegal. The hand was separated from the body, but Edgar Sanchez was still alive. The smooth edges of the wound indicate that it was inflicted in one swift motion. The bruises in the popliteal region were from a hard object like an X-tip or club. Apparently the culprit first forced his victim to the ground. Okay. There's some dude in the long hair, and then go from behind. I'm not sure whether these frames have anything to do with that. Let's see. It chopped off his hands. He had 3 holes in him. Let's see. So, shot That's probably not right. That's probably not right. Interesting. Okay, so the corpse right hand has been severed. There's bruises behind the knees. Okay, so we do know that he got hit with a crowbar. 3 bullet holes in the chest, a lot of blood around the body. Let's see. The Rose Fang Lang. Remember, she was ugly with a tattoo and an AK-47 on her neck. Met with a tough, dangerous-looking woman. So there's no evidence of a tattoo or anything like that. He had a gun in his belt and he got one of those expensive cars. It looked like a man who had long hair, so knows something. Okay. Arguing in the street with some weird guy in a hood with a cane. Interesting. Hand was separated from the body while Garcia was still alive. It's done in one swift motion. The bruises from the region from a hard object like knife, tip, or club iron to culprit first force victim to the ground, and then gunned down. So I'm not sure what this carjacking thing is supposed to be, if anything. So we're just going to go ahead and leave that for now. But we'll check to see if we got anybody on the case. We do have a hunter. Let's put Nava on it. We'll just move along with the abduction. We'll go to the details. Again, we have another one. The kidnapper. Orson Sand runs the protection racket in Freeburg and solves all sorts of problems for the Sand family. No restaurant in the city does business without him knowing about it. Timothy Wayne owns the Hell on Wheels car dealership. He doesn't like to waste away in the back office and prefers to meet clients in the sales showroom. Wayne secretly began to work with Varga shortly after he came to town. Sand found out about it and decided to make a vivid example of Timothy Wayne in case anyone else had any ideas about going against the family. Orson Sand and 2 accomplices drove to Hell on Wheels car dealership in a red emergency vehicle. Okay, so we got that one. Orson Sand does use weapons. He's a very athletic man. He can do whatever he needs to do with his bare hands. So he came in. Timothy Wayne's shoes were found on the sidewalk near the showroom entrance. Apparently he resisted when the kidnappers dragged him to the car. Okay, so we'll go with that, and then this, and then that. And then, I guess with that, maybe there. Because we know that this one is wrong because he doesn't need weapons. Let's see. After he came to town, Sigurd Varga decided to make a vivid example of Timothy Wayne. Okay. So you get that. Orson Sand and 2 accomplices, car dealership in a red emergency vehicle. Very athletic man. Found a sidewalk with a showroom entrance. Apparently he resisted the kidnappers, dragged him to the car. So we have a couple of different things that could be going on here. But we will just take a look at the detectives. Mole is on the case. And 3 others take over when she's done. DeBrito is at home for today. Alright, harassment at the Jimston Bakery. Right in front of the store, a strange man came around the corner, accosted a young woman as she left the bakery. Owner of the bakery thinks it could be the dentist. You got to understand he's scaring my customers. Alright, so this is actually a crime of sorts going on, so we will send to Griffith and Oshiro. Don't know why he's like that. And then Klaus. They should be able to handle one dude. And as far as affairs go, police station, city hall, next week for 4 days. The Sands, we really don't need anything. What is this? Let's find a special engaged detective resident team will be killed. That's in case we ever need to have somebody offed. I'm not really interested in something like that. I usually prefer to buy them off. Fight at the Freeburg Elementary School. Headmaster Radio reports that 2 mothers were fighting right there in her office. She called them in to discuss the behavior of children. It seems that Mrs. Klein's son makes fun of the daughter of Miss Masters. The girl finally had enough abuse and stabbed the boy's hand with a pencil. Took matters into her own hands. Austin, go ahead and take care of that, please. Disorderly conduct at the business center. A man with 3 pit bulls entered the business center when the local security warned him the dogs weren't permitted. He started threatening to let the dogs off the leash to anyone gives him trouble. Purdy and Bush, please go ahead and take care of that. Harassment report. The man is actually the owner of a new bakery. He's just trying to lure away Jim Baton's bakery customers. Oh, great. Still, there was a harassment. Mr. Boyd, I'm preparing a long article in the magazine Righteous Life. And the theme of my article, Cop Sodomites. Okay, this is a journalistic investigation. According to my investigation, tragic deaths are striking 13 gay police couples across the country's great cities. Sent out a pilgrim from map. Perhaps the devil is telling them that he cannot accept them. According to my predictions, the next death will happen right here in Freeburg. Problem is that I need to visit 6 more cities, so I have time to wait for it to happen. In fact, I'll only be here a couple of days. I hope you can somehow, accelerate the process. I'll pay you generously, and I don't worry if the dead cops turn out to be straight. Like my dad always says, dead men don't file lawsuits. What? I mean, yeah, I know that there's some corrupt journalists out there, but seriously? Wow. Okay, disorderly conduct. The situation is more serious than we thought. Requesting reinforcements. J. Boogie, Anderson, go there and make things happen. I tell you, life is cheap in Freeburg, I guess. Fight report. Alston, offender escaped. Officer unharmed. Wait a minute. Was one of the women, is she just like bailed? That's silly. Alright, well here we are. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. At least that one worked out alright. Animal abuse, let's see, massacre. We got an anonymous tip that the dentist broke into the women's clinic and is killing patients. We will come back to that. Animal abuse. Bill says a madman came into his farm with a hatchet and started attacking the cows and other animals. The city is losing its mind. Okay, Klaus, Donut, best cop name ever. Go ahead and take care of that. We'll wait till everybody else comes back. Then Purdy, Yancey, Oshiro, and Bush. We will go ahead and take care of that directly. It's definitely not the dentist, but gotta send enough of them just to make everyone happy. George Dean at the Corn Monument. Mr. Boyd, I want to shoot a scene featuring one of the finest landmarks in your fair city. The Corn Monument. This is a public place, so please send 4 officers to assist. They'll keep any curious children at a reasonable distance and rein in the men and any protesting hypocrites. Explaining that everything being done according to law. There's only one condition. The cops cannot touch the actress. She's not just some kind of prostitute. Are they shorting a porno video of some kind? We'll wait till the countdown on that. So we have, okay, seeing the police, the intruder put up his hand, but he's still holding the weapon. Slowly approach the offender, pistol at the ready, and knock the knife out of his hand. Calm down the cat, say everything away. Slowly approach the pistol at hand and knock the knife out of his hand. Try to put handcuffs on the suspect. Let's do that. Okay, offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Excellent. We'll see if everybody comes back. Massacre report. Everything's fine. The Lotus Clinic was all just a story invented by the pro-life activists. Seriously? They call the police as part of a campaign to attract attention to the issue of abortion, which is carried out in the clinic. Okay. I'm not even going to go there. We'll just wait till people come back. Assault with a deadly weapon. A man called for the phobos saying that he's under attack by a sniper. I can't get out. He just shoots the asphalt in front of me when I open the door. I don't know what he wants from me. When I first got there was a note glued to the phone book. It just says, "Don't move." Wow. Okay. We will wait till some people come back, and let's see. So this one is first. We'll send Klaus, Anderson, J. Boogie, and... Donut, Anderson, J. Boogie, and Klaus, go forth. Make me some cash. Assault with a deadly weapon at the city center. Griffith, let's see, assault with a deadly weapon. We will go ahead and we will send SWAT on this one. And we will see what's going on with that. And then at the hostage situation, an Elvis impersonation competition has been organized for several well-known local artists who volunteered to evaluate the contestants. According to the owner of the bar, this sorry excuse for an Elvis fan shouted rudely at some of the participants, saying they're nothing like the king. Then he saw the woman shout, "I knew you didn't die. Take me away with you. Happily ever after." Bouncer threw the woman out on the street, but she grabbed a knife from her bag and stabbed him in the throat. Then Mrs. Bryant grabbed one of the impersonators and pulled him into a utility room. Once again, the city has lost its mind. We're going to go ahead and send out Purdy, Yancey, and Shaw. Try and get this situation under control. Very strange set of incidents. Okay. A man wearing a suit is crouched on the floor in the booth. The surrounding pavement is decorated with bullet holes. A crowd of onlookers is gathered on the other side, watching what happens from a safe distance. Look at the windows of the rooftops of the nearest houses. Call out the sniper. "Mr. Sniper, you are surrounded. Surrender." Put a patrol car right up to the booth. Yeah, let's do that. The sniper begins to bombard the phone booth with bullets. One of the onlookers says the shots are coming from the 8th floor window. Drag the man from the booth to the car. Run into the building where shots come from. Shoot the window that the witnesses pointed out. Yeah, that's a bad idea. Drag the man from the booth to the car. Let's do that. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. We saved the dude, and presumably we took out the sniper. George Dean report. Thanks, Chief. You'll never see a pure goal like that on cable. Okay. Thank you for your help, Mr. Boyd. $8,000. Nothing to sneeze at. People are coming back. Oh, okay. A bunch of Ellis impersonators are gathered around the door. Everybody get back. This is the police. Let us through. Swing the nightstick around until people move out of the way. Silently pass through the crowd. Okay. Everybody get back. Let us through. Inside is a man dressed like Elvis, scared to death, and a woman with a knife. Shoot the woman with the taser. Drop the knife and reach for the sky. Elvis, get out of here. Shoot the woman with the taser. He's already taken a victim. Gotta make sure nobody else gets hurt. We like those tasers, apparently, too. Suspicious individual. An old man dressed in rags pacing around the prison gate shouting, I am the dentist, I killed all those women, arrest me, I want to confess. Sure. Okay. People are coming back. We'll wait till this countdown to the last minute and then send out as many people as we can. He is identifying himself as the dentist, so the fact that we're going to open up a can of legal whoop-ass on him is really his own fault. Abduction report. We got 3 new frames. Homicide, 3 new frames. Homicide, 1 new frame. Okay. I think that's what we're missing. So we'll go ahead. I want to keep my 2 best behind. We'll send out SWAT again. Purdy, Oshiro, Ozaki, J Boogie, Bush, Klaus. Go ahead and smack that dude around. Alright. Not that I'm advocating police brutality or anything like that. Okay, let's see here. Still having trouble with the with this. Examiner, death was immediate. Is she start? Okay. First responder, the door in the apartment was open. I came in, the boy was sitting in front of the TV playing some game. And then, so we've done this already. Let's see. Get that. He leaves. Let's see here. Alright, so let's see, he brings his problems. Maybe one of these? No. I cannot remember for the life of me how this works. Fatal blow struck by a blown object. She come around again, begging for my. He come around again. Then she started yelling at her son. He always sits in front of the video games. Okay. Let's see. I'm not sure how this one goes here. He comes to the door. This is him leaving, I guess. They fight. They fight. No. Let's see. Gosh, this one's hard. Maybe here, and then that. Then one of these. Nope. Nope. She yells at him. He grabs the beater and hits her over the head. I do not know what other frame I could be using. Let's see. First responder, door department's open, came in. I went to borrow some money. I lost my job and the bills were piling up. I expected her help like I helped her in the past, but she refused. But I didn't kill her. We had a fight and yelled at each other. Then I went home. I watched a movie I rented and went to bed. So they argue. He's upset. Let's see. He leaves. They argue. He cries. Leaves. I think that's it. Well, maybe. Alright, we'll let that sit once more. For the homicide, the details. One smooth motion, so that's the chop. Let's see here. Okay. So what we're looking for is walks around with some dude. Organized first was my neighbor. Met him with some dangerous-looking woman. They're always flat. Remember, she was ugly with a tattoo of an AK-47 on her neck. There's no tattoo. That, from what I can tell, the neck is not this guy. Whoever this person is long hair, so it's not even that. So none of these frames apply, and so all of this is wrong. These frames may be correct. But let me see. There's nothing about it carjacking. Poked a guy a couple of times as he came, called the cops, medical examiner. The hand was separated from the body. It's in smooth motion, so that's probably with that knife. Bruises in the parietal region from a hard object like a nightstick or a club. Apparently the culprit first forced the victim to the ground and then pumped him full of bullets. So I think we're gonna have to wait on this one as well. For details on this guy, let's see here. The vehicle against his family in a red emergency vehicle. Okay, so we still got that. That's correct. Horses has these weapons. He's a very athletic man. Timothy Wayne found shoes on the sidewalk. Apparently, he resisted the kidnappers. They dragged him in. Okay, so that's the one. No. He apparently fought, at least. So he at least struggled. Kind of came in. This is our victim. Let's see. Victim. Showroom. He's out cold in this one. So he gets put in that straitjacket. And so... let's see. Don't see anything. I like this setup. The only thing is that he's in the straitjacket. So I'm thinking, ever needs with Bear's Hands dealership and a red vehicle. Wayne began secretly working with Vargas shortly after he came to town. Sam found out about it, decided to make a vivid example. Runs a protection racket, solves all sorts of problems with Sam family. No restaurant in the city does business without them knowing about it. So basically, I think we're still missing a few more frames on this. Actually, doing investigations. Are there any other gangs? No. Okay. So we're basically just waiting for some more frames for all of those cases. That takes a little while to kind of sort through some of that stuff. But I guess this is the last case for the day, which is good. Tell you, some of those investigations are starting to get complicated. Suspicious individual report to all men in Reagan appears to be homeless, tired of starving on the streets. He's looking for 3 squares a day or something. All right, that's the end of the day for that. Shift day is coming up next. The day 77, September 29th, Saturday. All right. Everyone's looking good. Fighter Air Show taking place outside of city. Wooden Horse Toy Orphanage donates toy trucks to orphanage. City Hall vows to solve water crisis. So we're going off for the day, and then nobody's requesting the day off seriously? You're all ready and good to go? Wow. I'm just flabbergasted. We're going to go to the map. And we come up for the day. And the serial murderer, Zaghetto, Chovich. This was an honest servant of the city. Today he was buried with military honors. Sadness. My share of the cocaine. I'll take everything. The serial murder. I'm going to show up with SWAT. Okay. Investigations. I'm going to need to pull a detective off of one of these. Keep case on the case. And pull Hunter down. And then... who else is on here? Okay. Detectives. Alright. That all looks good. I'm going to go ahead and send Davenport, Delozar, and SWAT. Because we got another murder. And I did blow this serial killer case, as I mentioned in the last video. Apparently, one of your cops informs the FBI, and then you either have to, like, get rid of him. Okay, some students are claiming that the dentist showed up during the biology lesson and carved up some live frogs with his drill. I do not think that's going on at all, but we shall see. We're going to send Fishback, Morris, Alejandro. We'll send them off. And what happens is that... oh, Okay, one more time. Public indecency. We just recall a university lecture reports the first-year student went to the board during a lecture, took down his pants, and defecated right in front of the entire class. Maybe it was some sort of hazing or a rite of passage. I'm going to send Cecil. Go ahead and take care of that. So you're supposed... One of your guys snitches on you to the FBI, and apparently you either have to buy his silence or get him killed through the mafia. And serial murder frames found. He got 3 new frames. Yep, then give the frames to the feds. And that's the reason why, is because you have to give it to the feds because you're locked out now. And that's the first part that bothers me, because there's no way to recover from that. Students just wanted to cause trouble and made up the whole story. Okay? Public indecency. Offender caught. Officer unharmed. Hold on 1 minute. I'm getting a text. I'll have to respond to that later. So, that's that. So... Yeah, so apparently I've blown it for the rest of this story, so there's no way to recover from that, which kind of odd. What's even more strange about that whole narrative, though, in my mind, is that there's really no reason to leave the feds out of it. Like, that was the whole problem that I had with this whole thing, is like, why is Boyd, after just having established that he's buds with the guy who's running the case, why on earth would he, suppress that from the feds? It just doesn't make any sense to me, and so that's why I was kind of confused the whole time. And then the whole case itself is very different from anything else that you've done up until that point. So it just, from top to bottom, it's just very strange. And so that would be my criticism of that. Hostage situation, okay, with a fatal casualty. Richard Lester, manager of Papa Carl's Pizza, reported that a deranged elderly man quarreling with an employee because his line was too long. Unsatisfied, he pulled out a gun and shot the employee in the stomach. The other customers fell into a panic and made a break for the door, but he fired several more shots in the air and ordered everyone to finish their meals. We will send SWAT. There's only one guy, so I don't know why they would recommend the paddy wagon here. Fishback, Morris, Alejandro, Beard, and Strong. We will take this very seriously, because there's already a casualty, which is also why we sent SWAT. We don't need the paddy wagon, though, because it's only one dude. Let's see. Jewelry store. Mr. Boyd, I'd like to offer you a great opportunity to make some real money. Just send 2 policemen to the store who will pretend they're trying to stop a robbery. Let me be clear. The robbers must leave this crime scene intact with the cash. What? Mr. Boyd, I'd like to offer a great opportunity to make some... Just send 2 policemen to the store who will pretend they're trying to stop a robbery. Let me clear. Leave the crime scene intact with the cash. This is probably insurance fraud. What do I care? We'll see what's just going on. There's a clear view from the street. The suspect is sitting in the table in the corner, quietly eating his pizza. There's a gun next to him. There are about a dozen other people in the restaurant. Storm the pizzeria. Call the pizzeria and ask to speak to the man with the gun. Yeah, let's do that. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Okay, well, that went down a lot better than it could have. I really don't know. Sometimes this game kind of throws you a curveball like that. I mean, it's just like, this is a very dangerous situation. You just make a phone call. Theft in the suburb. Suspicious individual in the suburb. Shannon Waldup arranged a reception at his home for his rich friends, about 30 people. Towards the end of the evening, when the servants began to take away the dishes, they noticed that about 10 silver cutlery items were missing. No one has left the house yet, though the thief is still there. Seriously? You know what, fine. Send Fishback and Morris and Alejandro. And, area cover report. Boss, we felt like useless clowns out there in front of eyewitnesses too. From now on, you can do your own dirty work without us. Oh, they quit? Oh, wow. Okay. Affairs. Wait. Did they quit? Labor market? Oh, no, they're still there. They just are upset. I'll have to do something about that. Okay. Several men dressed in camouflage entered the restaurant carrying large sports bags. They asked for a table, ate their meal, then took out some guns for the bags and opened fire in all directions. Wow. All right. We're going to send our A crew, sort of Cecil, Strong, Beard, Robbins, and SWAT. Go ahead and take care of that. And then suspicious individual in the suburbs, retiree Martha Meyer, called to complain about her neighbor, Robert Morales. I haven't seen his wife, and last night I saw him burying something in the backyard today. I asked him where his wife was, and he mumbled something about a business trip. I'm afraid that he's done something to her. All the time I hear them arguing is cursing at each other. She probably bailed. But that's okay. We're going to send Robbins and Medford, and they will figure out the situation. What's going on there? The guests are eating dessert and talking about politics. Nobody goes home until we find a thief. Ask all the guests carrying a purse to go into a separate room. Ask all the guests carrying a purse to go in a separate room. That's kind of sexist. Nobody's going home until we find the thief. One man, outraged by the situation, jumps up and yells he's too honorable and important to participate in such a circus. Search him. Taking advantage of the panic, one of the guests stands up, quietly moves toward the back door. Where do you think you're going? Tackle him before he escapes. Ask the hostess for a bottle of champagne. Where do you think you're going?
911.
Alright, we found him. So we did it. That was almost pointless. But it is a crime. We take care of even the petty stuff. It's like the broken window theory, right? Uh-oh. Massacre. Situation is already more serious, requesting reinforcements. Let's go ahead and send even more. There's a rape accusation. Marenza Pollock says she heard noises and screams coming in the neighborhood apartment. She couldn't make out most of the words, but the man said, I'll find it, and then I'll shut your mouth for good. You know what. Mr. Pollock added that the man who lives in that apartment is always in trouble with the law, and she's repeatedly seen him carrying a gun. Alright, well, we will wait until... Alright, team. Suspicious individual report. Mr. Morales really is on a business trip, and Roberto is simply gardening and tending his roses. Okay, abduction. We got new frame. We got one new frame for that, and then we got one new frame. I think that is what I'm looking for. That one frame right there. Alright, wait. 7, 6, 5. Good. 4. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Everybody's on that one. We're going to open up investigations. Go to the homicide. Details. Let's see. So she answers the door. Alright, that's it. Yeah. Okay. Now we just wait till somebody comes back. Massacre. Report. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Good stuff. And we found some weaponry. We're going to bring that to the police station. The reason why weapons, I mean, I've done it before, but really, well, okay, we're gonna have to we're gonna have to close that investigation next time. We'll find out what goes on here, though. Alright, he's inside the apartment. There is a naked girl lying on the couch in tears. Standing next to her is a man with a gun. He takes aim at the police. He takes aim at the police. Shoot the suspect. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. You pointed the gun at the police. What are you going to do? Alright, but that's it for that. And that's it for the end of this episode. Thank you very much for joining me. It's been that Catholic Gamer dude playing This Is the Police. That was a relatively straightforward couple of episodes. Like I said, it does kind of annoy me that we can't do the serial killer thing anymore. I do think there needs to be a bit of a redesign for that. But coming up next is Shift B. And we're going to at least arrest that kid again, apparently. But yeah. Anyways, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.